My name is Wendy. I guess what I hope to do with this conversation is to share with you the great joy, love, and connection that I now have with my son, Ronnie, who transitioned in 2021. His life was full of emotional pain, and I was told through a medium that he felt such freedom and joy upon his release from his earthly body. Ever since he transitioned, I have had many different types of communication with him. I know there are some who can't believe it, but I truly believe that it is continued communication and that it is available to all of us. I want to share some of my communications on the other side of the veil. Ronnie and his sister were adopted later in our lives. I really believed that my children would outlive me, and that gave me great comfort. But this didn't happen. And I was lost in grief for a long time, and I still have my moments of grief. But the difference is that now I look forward and feel loved. I look forward to and feel loved by my often unexpected connections with Ronnie or other family members. Now he daily sends me messages of repeated numbers. Just yesterday, I got up from my desk and saw 4:44 on the clock, and then today, 1:11. I often see 2:22, 11:11, 3:33, 5:55, and 10:10. The other day, I followed a car that had 888 in the license plate. Every time this happens, I smile and think of Tony. Another recent connection that happened is that there were 3 baby birds staring at me through my window. There was no ledge outside the window for them to stand on, and they were flapping their wings to keep them steady. And they would look in the window at me, and then they would drop, and then they would flap, and they would be up, and then they would drop and flap and up. And they were not hummingbirds, so this is not traditionally what this type of bird could do. I usually get so excited by the sign that I forget to take a picture. This time I was on the phone with my sister and shared with her what I was seeing. There were several things that knocked my socks off. And up until then, I would often chalk the events up to coincidence. But after a while, I realized that my first thought now was not that it was coincidence, but rather contact with her. Now, one of my first thoughts is to calm myself down, enjoy it, and to thank my loved ones for their continued support. One event that knocked my socks off was when I had a visitation in a dream. It was November 4th, 2022. Early in the morning, I awoke in bed and felt a heaviness in the air. I changed positions in bed and purposefully threw my right arm onto the pillows at my right side. Then I was on my back, and then I pushed most of the big water pillows away from my back. So I was able to turn to the left side and look at the clock. It was a few minutes after 5. I was then lying on my left side of my body and took my hands and shoulders out from under the cover. I placed my left hand to the side of the bed and I had a thought. So wouldn't it be wonderful, absolutely wonderful, if Ronnie would hold my hand as I had for him when he was a child? Suddenly I felt fingers in my hand. They were long and thin fingers as Ronnie had. I asked, "Is this Ronnie?" And he said yes. I was so happy and sad at the same time. I started to tear up, and I told him how much I missed him and that I was looking forward to being able to be with him. He said, "Please don't cry, Mom. We are always together now. I love you too." I asked him how he was. And he said that he was wonderful, happy, and surrounded by love. I was so happy to see him. And I was telling him that. And he then put his other hand on my right hand. He said, I am able to do this because others are helping me with energy, meaning family and angels. He then took my right hand and brought my hands together. I was thanking God, Roni, the guides, the angels, my family who are on the other side of the veil, and everyone else who brought Roni to me and allowed me to have this miraculous experience. I felt such love and gratitude in my heart. I realized after a few minutes that my hands were still together in a prayer position and that he was not holding my hands anymore. Of course, all of our communication was not with words and sound, but telepathically communicated inside my brain. At first, my critical brain then kicked in and told me that I was dreaming. I know that I had been conscious, and it was not just a regular dream. A dream feels so different from it. Then I remembered a series beyond the veil, and two things popped into my head. Mark Anthony uses rap. The F is for feel without thinking, and the T is trust the message. Another person, Tina Zion, said that there isn't really a separation between us and the spirit world. We are spirits in the spirit realm and bodies in the physical realm. I then thought about what I have learned from Suzanne, which I really appreciate her work. We are primarily a soul having a life in our body. The second knock my socks off experience happened on March 25th, 2023. I had been asking Roni to communicate with me more and for him to tell me how I could get in touch with him more often. Roni loved working with phones when he was alive. He was our go-to technology person. One night, I was in the shower and suddenly I heard music. I stuck my head out from behind the curtain to see if something was coming from my phone. But the screen was black, so I thought the music was coming from the computer in the other room. When I got out of the shower, I realized that it was coming from my phone. It was playing a song that I didn't know. It was a YouTube song. It was near the end of the song. This is where you can reach me now, told yourself. We knew the world will never be the same. Soldier, this is where you can reach me now. This is the site. This is the season. This is where you can reach me. This is the time. This is the number. And since I had been asking William to give me this information, it did knock myself. And my phone never did this before. And I don't use my phone and have not ever used my phone for listening to you. There are so many other events, but I will stop here with one of my last thoughts. In 2021, prior to Roni transitioning, about 2 weeks, I heard this voice in my head, Roni is dead. I immediately went into a frenzy and was feeling overwhelmed. I called Roni and we spoke, and he said that everything was okay. I listened to him speak and felt reassured. Because of his voice, the next few weeks I spent extra time with him, which I now understand to be sacred time. Lastly, just a thought, please, if you are experiencing times from someone across the veil, embrace them and enjoy every moment of this wonderful connection. You really deserve it. And I believe that your loved ones are happy when we can do this and we are paying attention. So thank you very much for allowing me to have this opportunity to share my story with you. I hope everyone has a nice day and enjoy.